Welcome to the Superfast TouchDesigner tutorial series. In this tutorial, we're building a procedural system using different attributes and math operations to create these organic, growing vines. We will calculate normalized distances along resampled lines to dynamically taper instanced geometry based on its position. If you prefer to just grab this finished project file to start experimenting right off the bat, it is already up on my Patreon. Let's look at the network structure. Chapter 1. Overview. We start with the control area, using chops to drive our variables and resets. Next is the core geometry logic, where pops and math combines inside a feedback loop simulate our expanding, freezing particles. Then, the trailing section uses trail and copy pops to instance geometry along those paths, creating the vines. Finally, we route this into our render setup with a PBR material and add post-FX like bloom and levels adjustment. Which reminds me, if you are looking for beginner courses or getting feedback on your node setups, you are welcome to join over 400 students in my school community linked below. Let's break this down. Chapter 2, Network. We will use this constant values for resolution. Also a rotation channel set to 0.1 and a macro noise channel set to 1.2. We will also use a noise which I named morph with a period of 18, and also some channel names to use later. Finally, an LFO CHOP set to pulse with a frequency to 0.3. This one will reset the simulation. And hey, if you find this network interesting, but maybe do not want to build it all from scratch, you can just grab the finished project file on my Patreon. There are over 7,000 subscribers there who get access to all my project files, custom TouchDesigner plugins, and some free VJ packs. If you prefer to just jump straight in and experiment, the link for that is also in the description. Alright, now let us move to the geometry logic. Create a sphere pop. Change the connectivity to point primitives. And set the frequency to 7. Connect it to a feedback pop. Set the target pop to f-end. Just so it links when we create the last null of this section. And for the start parameter, reference the reset null. Connect the feedback pop to a math combine pop. And name it pre-freeze. We will use this to store point information for further calculations. We need to create some attributes. Inside the uniforms page, set the names to freeze rad inner, min move, and 1. Set the respective values to 3, then 2, then 5, and 3. Go to the combine settings and set the first operation to A, then set scope A to P, and set the result scope to P_orig. Add another operation and set it to length A. Now set the scope A to P, and the result scope to radius. For the next operation, choose smooth step ABC. Set the scope A to freeze rad inner, scope B to freeze rad, and scope C to radius. Then set the result to freeze AMT. Now add a final operation and choose mix A, B, C. Set scope A to 1, scope B to min move, scope C to freeze A, M, T, and finally the result to move scale. The math combine operator runs sequential math operations on point attributes. First, it saves the original position and calculates its distance from the 3D origin. Next, it uses the smooth step function to create a gradual mask based on defined inner and outer limits. Finally, it interpolates this data to generate a multiplier that smoothly freezes the spatial movement. Connect this operator to a noise pop, and name it noise macro. Set the seed to 7.3 for the period we need to make a small calculation. We are using this initial value and adding it to the M1 channel from the morph null, then multiplied by this final value. Now set harmonics to 1, and harmonic gain to 0.5. For the amplitude, we will make a similar calculation. only this time using the M2 channel and different values. Now in the transform page, animate the translate 4D with ABS time.seconds multiplied by 0.1. Then in the output page, enable curl 2D. And for the combine entity, choose curl 2D. Connect this to another noise pop and name it macro field. Set the seed to 4.1. For the period, reference the macro noise chop. Then set the harmonic gain to 0.55. And for the amplitude, we need to use the same calculation we made before, but also different values. Go to the transform page and animate the translate 4D with abs time.seconds multiplied by 0.05. In the output page, enable curl 2D and set the combine entity to curl 2D. This is giving the points that final curl motion. By the way, if you are enjoying this and want to learn a bit more about TouchDesigner, you are always welcome to join my school community. We have over 400 students learning together right now. It is a great place to find beginner courses, get feedback on your project files, and just network with other creators. If that sounds helpful to you, I will leave the link down in the description. Connect macro field to a math combine pop and name it Radial Push. Set the uniform name to Push Amped. Set the type to Float 3. And for the first value, we need a calculation similar as before. And for the second value, use this script to copy the first value. In the presettings, set scope to P, the parameter size to 3, operation to normalize, and the result scope to radial dir. In the combine page, set the operation to A times B plus C. Then set scope A as radial dir, scope B as push AMT, and scope C as P. Set the result scope to P. And in the Output tab, set Delete Attributes to Radial dir. This math pop creates a continuous outward expansion. First, it normalizes the point's position to get a directional vector pointing away from the center. Next, it multiplies this direction by a custom push-amped variable to set the push strength. Finally, it adds this displacement to the current position, pushing points outward, and deletes the temporary direction attribute to keep data clean. Connect this to a new math combine pop and name it Post Freeze. Set the first operation to A minus B, then set scope A to P and scope B to P or ridge. Set the result scope to delta. The second operation should be A times B. Set scope A to delta and scope B to move scale. Then set the result scope to scaled delta. For the next operation, set A plus B. Then set scope A to P or ridge, scope B to scaled delta. Next, the result scope to P. And finally, in the output page, set P or ridge, radius, freeze A, M, T, move scale, delta, and scale delta. The post-freeze operator applies the mathematical freeze effect by first calculating the actual movement delta, subtracting the original position from the current one. It then multiplies this true movement by the spatial multiplier calculated previously. Next, it adds this scaled delta back to the original position, determining the final location. Finally, it completely deletes all temporary attributes to optimize the GPU memory usage efficiently. Connect it to a limit pop. Set the parameter size to 3. For the limit type, minimum set zigzag for X and Y, and often Z. For maximum, set the same. Set the minimum values to 0, 0, and -1. Set the maximum values to 2, 6, and 1. Connect this to a null pop and name it F_end. The feedback is working, giving motion to the points. Connect the end null to a trail pop Set the trill length to 4, and reference the reset null to the reset button. In the Transform tab for rotation, Y reference the rot value. Connect it into a line resample pop. Set the resampling method to divisions per line strip, and increase the divisions to 50. Connect this to a line smooth pop, and give it an edge distance of 2. Connect that to a line metrics pop. Turn on displacement to previous, distance from start normalized, and distance from end normalized. Now connect it to a lookup channel pop. Now drop down a pattern chop. Set length to 100, phase to 0.25, amplitude to 4, and the from range bounds to -1 and 1. Go back to the lookup channel pop and point its lookup parameter to the pattern chop. Next, set lookup index attribute to dist start norm, and output attribute scope to scale. Connect this to a new math combine pop. In the combine page, add 2 operations. Set both to A multiplied by B. Set both scope A to dist start norm and point scale. Then both scope B to dist end norm and scale. Finally, set the result scope to point scale and distance scale. In the post page, set scope to point scale. Then into map from high, type 0.25 and map to low 0.001. This operator calculates a particle's dynamic scale based on its position between a start and an end point. First, it multiplies the normalized distances, creating an arc-shaped curve that peaks exactly halfway through the path. Then, it remaps these values, ensuring a minimum of 0.001 so the points do not disappear. Connect this operator to a noise pop. Set period to 180. Then in the output page, turn noise on, and set combine operation to none. This will give the vines a rotation variation. Now drop a circle pop. Set divisions to 20, and uniform scale to 0.05. Connect the circle pop into the first input of a copy pop, and connect the noise pop into the second input. In the copy pop, turn on template scale, and set scale attribute to distance scale. Turn on template rotate to vector. Set forward direction to positive Y, and next set the rotate to vector attribute to noise. Now go to the template attributes page. Activate use template point attributes, and set names to color. Applying rotation vectors and scaling referencing our processed distance attributes ensures the instanced circles seamlessly taper along the drawn splines. Connect this to a skin pop. Now add a normal pop, and set the attribute class to primitive. Let's send this to geometry. Add a select pop to grab the last normal operator. Then send it into a geometry comp. Create a PBR mat and assign it. Set metallic to 0 and roughness to 0.025. Drop a ramp top. Set the ramp colors you like. I will use the cyan to magenta tones. Input this into the base color from the PBR material. Now go back and create a new select pop pointing to the F end null pop. Connect it directly into a particle pop. Set maximum particles to 100,000, adjust the birth rate to 10,000, and life expect to 0.1. For both initialize and start, reference the reset null. Connect this to a noise pop. Set the amplitude to 0.01. Now pass it to a null pop, and name it end. Now go to the particles pop, and set the target feedback loop pop to this end null. Create another select pop to grab this end null. and connect it to a new geometry comp. Add a constant material and add it to the geometry. For the render, I'm using a camera viewport, a light for shadows, and an environment light with an HDRI map for the reflections. This goes to a render top with a vertical resolution linked to the constant values and 32-bit pixel format, which is connected to an out top. Now for some post-FX. Add a bloom top. Set pre-black level to 0.224. Pre-brightness to 1.1. Minimum bloom radius to 0.075. Maximum bloom radius to 0.975. Bloom fill to 0.745. And intensity to 0.5. Insert a level top and set brightness to 1.5. Perfect! A simple simulation to create growing vines. I hope you've successfully completed this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments.